everyone in the cannabis industry knows, sometimes it feels like everything, including taxes and regulations, restrictions on banking and intrastate commerce, and even sometimes the weather is aligned to prevent you from turning a profit. These issues aren't going anywhere fast, but one of the things we at Green Growth CPAs pride ourselves on is our ability to help cannabis companies turn around performance and start generating real profit. So today, we'll be providing a look at a real-life case study where we helped a vertically integrated California operator take a step back, assess performance across their enterprise, and implement practical solutions that lowered overhead, optimized processes, boosted revenue and profits, and ultimately led them to securing a healthy multiple for a profitable exit. So the topics we'll cover today include details of the case study's business, common obstacles to cannabis business profitability, how we help turn around this cannabis business, and other recommendations on how to improve cannabis business performance. Before we dive in, please remember to like this video and follow our channel for the latest cannabis business insights. The information contained in this presentation is meant for guidance purposes only, and not as professional legal or tax advice. Further, it does not give personalized legal, tax, investment, or any business advice in general. When our client approached us, they had a very promising vertically integrated cannabis business in California. They had secured retail, processing, distribution, and cultivation licenses, and were generating around $3 million in quarterly revenue. Cultivators at heart, the business operators were efficiently producing high-quality flower, and their distribution and retail operations were working smoothly. However, the owners knew they could and should have been producing a lot more revenue, but instead found themselves pouring more and more money into the business. They had no cash tracking system in place, and their books were 6 months behind. Perhaps worst of all, they were past due on filing their sales, excise cultivation, and income taxes, putting them at significant risk for an audit and/or regulatory violation that could have shut the entire company down. Our team of cannabis accountants and advisors worked with them to implement plans to address several areas of improvement that were holding them back from managing their cash flow, increasing sales, and fully maximizing their profitability. While the situation with this client seemed dire, in truth, they were dealing with issues that are common to cannabis operators. Here are a couple of core problems we encountered and why they were so important to address. Problem number 1, past due tax filings and payments. When our team first met with the client, they disclosed that they were past due on their tax filings and payments. This is simply an untenable situation for any cannabis business. First off, late fees and penalties take a big piece out of already slim profit margins. And secondly, cannabis businesses are at a much higher risk of being audited than mainstream businesses. And anything the IRS or local authorities see as a potential red flag can essentially guarantee an audit. Now, while audits are bad enough already, there are other potentially worse consequences in play. Operators risk losing their licenses and possibly even face jail time if a tax court determines there is fraudulent intent to avoid taxes. Problem number 2, lack of cash flow software and tracking processes for their cannabis operation. When asked, our client couldn't confidently answer the simple question, "Are you profitable?" This revealed a much deeper issue. They were not currently able to track cash coming in and going out. The root of this was that the client did not have dedicated software, procedures, and standardized processes in place to track their cash flow. Simply put, data is power. As a cannabis owner or operator, it is critical for the success and growth of your business that you have transparency and awareness of your cash flow state at all times, and you have the tools, software, reporting, and processes to track and measure up against that data on an ongoing basis. Here are some steps that our team took with our client to help them improve and turn around their business. Step number 1, focus on cannabis business compliance. First, we calculated and filed all tax returns and worked with tax authorities to negotiate past due penalties and interest, establishing a payment plan that would keep the business running while maintaining tax compliance. Next, we help the client implement and standardize their bookkeeping procedures. This provides tax projections so the business could plan ahead and predict their tax liability, helping them stay tax compliant and ultimately save money on their tax burden. Step number 2, clean up and standardize reporting. There are a number of powerful tools cannabis businesses can utilize to assist in tracking, recording, and analyzing every key piece of data for your operation. In terms of cash flow management and bookkeeping, our team was able to work with the client to implement cash tracking systems, policies, and controls, and integrate a payroll system and general ledger, allowing all payroll information to be automatically integrated it into the company's bookkeeping and accounting software. We also provided training and collaborated with their in-house bookkeeper to ensure these processes were carried out in perpetuity. We also revised our accounts receivable and accounts payable tracking systems. This would continue to help our clients track AR aging and management by giving them an instantaneous snapshot of which accounts are outstanding and what length of time they were behind. By improving their accounts payable tracking, we gave our client the ability to track their outstanding invoices. This helped them better manage any short-term debts and outstanding payments they had with their vendors. One major update we implemented was to update their credit policies so they were only issuing credit to qualified buyers. This kept a steady flow of cash coming in and lowered time and effort pursuing bad actors. Our Cannabis CPA team also introduced new processes for inventory costing and recording. This supported our clients' ability to track aging products and gain visibility into what products were contributing to the majority of their sales volume versus the products that were taking up shelf and inventory space. The strategy alone led to a massive and almost instant reduction in overhead and boost in sales. Our team also put an accounting function in place where books are closed and results are provided to management by the 15th of each month. On the operational side, another bonus of the inventory costing update was that the company's management had a better idea of where they were losing money on key raw material costs for cultivation. As a result, we were able to help them renegotiate packaging and raw material costs and significantly lower their production cost per pound. And finally, we also identified that the client was not taking full advantage of their processing license and they had more capacity than they were using. So we did a market analysis and found an opportunity in the bulk oil segment of the market. We then helped management implement a plan to enter this market. At the end of the day, nearly 50% of the revenue came out of processing. And the result? 12 short months after engaging green growth CPAs and implementing these changes, our client achieved 6.7 times the sales growth. We were able to help our client scale company revenue from $3 million in sales in Q4 of 2018 to $20 million in sales in Q4 of 2020, with a 25% EBITDA margin. Though the principles mentioned can help cannabis operators and owners improve their tracking, processes, and cash management, keep in mind that these may not be the same issues your business is facing. Therefore, this information on how to turn around a cannabis business are good rules, but not necessarily a one-size-fits-all approach. There are countless variables, key components, and data points that go into analyzing cash flow management and improving the financial state of any cannabis operation. At the end of the day, a team of industry experts and cannabis CPAs can help you improve operational efficiency, find areas of unnecessary or excessive expenditures, integrate standardized reports and controls, improve internal process flow and efficiency, and help you manage your bookkeeping, cash flow, and taxes. Reach out to us today at greengrowthcpas.com or 1-800-674-9050. Thank you so much for your time. We hope this information has been helpful. If you have any questions or want more information, please leave us a comment below. And be sure to like this video and give us a follow to learn more about the cannabis industry.